So in this video, I want to talk to you about linear gradients. This is a really powerful tool, and this takes what we already know about local adjustments and takes it to the next level. So what happens is when we're using linear gradients, we're going to use them from the edge towards the middle of the picture to apply a gradient into the photo. So take a look at this photo, for example. Now this was captured during the iPhone urban photography class that we just recently filmed, and this really does showcase exactly what I'm talking about here. What we want to do is figure out what is our subject, what is the most important thing of the frame, and then utilize anything and everything that we have available to us to make that stand out. And oftentimes, what the best thing we can do from an editing standpoint is figure out what's not our subject and just de-emphasize it, or in this case, completely remove it. That's exactly what we're going to do here. Now let's dive in and I'll show you how to do this. Now I'm going to click on that masking icon on the bottom left here, and then I'm going to click on that blue plus icon on the bottom right. That's going to bring up my options for our mask, and we're going to go ahead and choose linear gradient. And once we have that selected, all we need to do is click and drag where we want that gradient to be applied. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. I'm just going to click somewhere on the image and drag towards the middle of the photo. I'm not going to be able to show you in real detail here what this is doing until I just let go. I'm going to click on where it says light here, and I'm going to drag the exposure all the way down. Now, if I click on the same gradient here, what we're doing is dragging or creating the gradient itself. So what that means is, if I have a very, very narrow gradient here, look what happens when I just squish this to almost nothing. Now let me go over the area that actually has light so you can really see what this is doing. We have a very sharp, very defined edge, don't we? Now, if we want to make that a softer transition, and that's what we're doing is we're creating a transition. This is what I mean by gradient. I can drag this and stretch it out. Now we have a nice soft transition here. So it really does depend on your photo what you want. Now, if we had a sky, for instance, we would use a soft transition. But in this case, we actually have a very specific, very defined area that we want to apply our adjustments to. So I'm actually going to squeeze this in a little bit. And now we have a slightly hard or a harder transition. Click on that blue square and I'll drag this. So it's not affecting that beam of light. It's just affecting what's just outside that beam of light. I think that's really going to set us up for success here. Now there's something that just distracts me a little bit, but I wanted to point it out. I still see some details in those shadows. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If I double tap right into the bottom right-hand corner, we're still seeing some details. If we're gonna do this, let's really do this right. Let's really make sure that's totally black, absolutely no details at all. So there's actually a slider that lets us do this. I'm gonna drag up just a little bit until I see blacks. I'm gonna click and hold on that slider and drag that all the way to the left until we have pure black. Now we actually have a very effective adjustment, at least for the first part of the image. I'll double tap again. That brings us right back to a full screen view. So here's what we need to do next. We need to apply the same effect to the opposite side of the photo, to the top left-hand corner. Now, yes, I can create another mask. I can drag that down the same way I did this one. I can also apply negative exposure and then adjust my black slider, but that's just too much work. Why would we do that if there could be a better and a smarter way? That's what we're here for. So let me show you the better way to do this. I'm going to tap and hold on that blue square here, and that's going to bring up some options. I'm going to choose duplicate, and what that's going to do is make a duplication of this mask, but in a really interesting and unique way, and I'm going to get to that in a second. For now, I want to reposition this. So I'm going to click on that blue square, and I'm going to drag this into position here, and this is actually the opposite of what we want, right? It makes sense from the bottom right-hand corner, but we want the opposite of that. That's what that little white dot here is. So if I click and drag on that white dot, I can actually rotate this in any direction I want. So I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees just to match the direction of this light beam here. And now I might just zoom in a little bit. I'll pinch the zoom so that I can really position where I want this adjustment to be. Now that looks really good. I'll double click just to zoom back out. And now we have a perfect positioning of a duplicate mask. And here's the other implication of making a duplicate of this mask. Watch this. If I drag back up here to my exposure and I simply slide this to the right, It's adjusting both of the masks at the same time. This is really important to understand. Anytime that we make a duplicate mask, it's going to take what already was done and apply it again and again and again with each duplication that we make. Any adjustment you make to one will make adjustments to all of the others too. That's exactly what we're looking for here. So that worked out quite well. So we're almost done. That really was what I wanted to show you, was just how powerful and effective this could be. But I think there's one other thing that might just be a little bit of a finesse, but it's a perfect opportunity to introduce that to you. And in order to do that, I'm gonna make one more mask. So I'm gonna duplicate this mask again, tap and hold on that square, choose duplicate. Now I'm gonna move this mask around a little bit. I'm gonna grab that white dot, and I'm gonna drag this to roughly around here, and I'm gonna pinch to zoom in a little bit, and I'm gonna move this down to the very bottom corner of the frame here. And let me show you what I'm talking about. It's this distraction right over here in the bottom left. You see that? It's something that might not have been immediately obvious to you, but that's what we're doing in our photography, is we're paying attention to these details now. That's what editing is all about. The details that we like, we're gonna emphasize, and the details that we don't like, we're gonna de-emphasize. And that's the adjustment we're gonna make now. So with this mask in place, I'm simply just gonna drag on that gradient just a little bit. I want to create a nice soft gradient there. Then I'm gonna click on that white dot again just to get it exactly the angle that we want. And now I'll just drag that mask right into place. Maybe I'll tweak that a little bit. And right around there. It's a very subtle thing, but that's the whole point. That really does help create the beauty in the details. So that little adjustment really will go a long way. So take a look at the before and the after of this photo now. And look at the difference that this makes. Look at the impact that it has simply by understanding how people perceive our images, identifying the subject, making it stand out, and in this case, identifying what's not our subject, and literally just removing it entirely, just turning it to pure black so that the viewer has no choice but to look where we want them to look. Now, the most important thing, the reason why this is so effective, is because we're simplifying the photo. And anytime we have the opportunity to simplify a photo, it is going to improve it every single time. And that's exactly why we used a linear gradient in this case. It's not just the best tool available, but it's also the most effective and the fastest way to get from point A to point B, and creating the best image possible in the process. This video was a free preview of the iPhone Editing Academy online course. In this course, you'll discover everything you need to know to edit your photos to perfection using the device that's always in your pocket. Whether you want to breathe new life into your old images or make your best photos even better, you'll find out exactly how to do that on your iPhone. I'll show you the latest photo editing tricks that will transform even average photos into stunning masterpieces in just a few minutes. So if you'd like to learn more about creating incredible photo edits on your iPhone, please take a look at the full version of my iPhone Editing Academy course. You'll find the link in the description right next to this video. So click on that link now and I'll see you inside the full version of this course.